How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel and something new on the channel, NBA 2K25. We're going to start a Trailblazers MyNba, and I wanted to start this episode by kind of giving you a rundown of like what my goals are for this series. So, first of all, I am a total noob when it comes to any sport that's not baseball. So, basketball, I'm not very good at. So what does that mean for this series? Well, it's going to be a bit rough because I have no idea what I am doing, but I do like to follow the Trailblazers. In fact, I've been following them casually, very casually, since 2017, I think. Now, here's what I know about basketball. Here's my experience with basketball. Nothing. I watched the NBA Finals in 2010. In my room with my little TV with the, the antenna before you had to have a cable box, and I got all the local channels, so I watched the Lakers and the Magic when I was a kid. And then, other than that, I played horse with my dad. That's all I know about basketball. Bought NBA 2K17 on sale, kind of followed the Trailblazers and enjoyed their uniforms and the team back then, when it was like, Dame in his prime and all that kind of stuff. So, I figured, you know what? They're in a rebuild, but also they're young, so let's give them a try. What this series should look like going forward is I'm going to play every game, knock on wood, life allowing, I guess, and I'm going to put each week's games in one video. So this week, for example, we have opening day, and then 2 home games against the Pelicans. So I'm gonna put those in a video, and the next week, so on and so forth. Now, I wanted to talk about goals for the season. Alright, so hopefully this is a little easy to read. It's kind of a glitchy kind of font. But anyways, here are our goals. Win 32 games. I don't know if it's realistic, but that's what the internet suggested when I was doing some research. So our goal is to win 32 games. I want to develop Scoot and Sharp, get them to 83 and 80 overall respectively. And then I feel like the Blazers are probably going to trade Anthony Simons in real life. And he's one of our veterans, but better players, and so I'm going to look at trading him by the deadline. Now, just because these are goals doesn't mean they have to be set in stone. Maybe I should replace Simons with maybe just a veteran, but just make some kind of deal at the deadline to get something young. Now, again, I know nothing about NBA, so, I know you can trade picks and all that kind of stuff, and this really is just a let's learn together, or if you're a basketball fan, you can watch me struggle. In fact, there are lots of struggles in this video, and there will be lots more struggles to come. So these are our goals. Hopefully we can get there. Hopefully we don't, struggle too bad, and maybe they are a little, easy or difficult. I'm not sure. I don't know, but you probably know. So let me know. Give me some feedback in the comments. But yeah, this is what we're looking to do. Now, you can go back and look at the B-roll footage, but, you see our lineup, and you can see our schedule, and we're going to start off with our opening day game against the Warriors. Opening day is here. Warriors take a quick 6-0 lead, but Henderson is going to get fouled, and he will have the opportunity today to get the Blazers' first points with 2 free throws.
Henderson.
So we're not even a minute into the game, and already the Warriors have fouled somebody. So I started today's game off with 12-minute quarters, but you're going to see in the next 2 that I have adjusted that to 10 minutes because I thought 12 minutes just took a little too long, and I think 10 is the sweet spot. Henderson makes the first free throw and gets the second one. So the player of the game is obviously Steph Curry, and because you're getting to watch me fail at defense because we gave him so many looks there for open threes. But the Blazers get their first three of the game. It's 17-12 with 6 minutes to go in the first. All right, 17-15. Blazers on a good run here, and the Warriors are going to call a timeout. So we've got 5 minutes to go. 17-15. Blazers looking to tie it. Henderson with the three, and it misses. Warriors get the ball back in transition. And wouldn't you know, Curry decides that he's going to get a three of his own. Back to a 5-point Warriors lead. And Stephen Curry just continues to dominate. 22-17, 4 minutes to go in the first. And a jump shot right there. Ayton with a point, with some points. 26-21 as we get to a minute left in the first. Blazers trying to stay in this game. And there's another three. (31-27). Henderson to Grant. Jeremy Grant gets it in and drives it in. 31-29. Blazers somehow still in this game, even though I'm bad at this game, and you can see why. Horrible defense. There's a dunk.
Assist from Draymond Green.
And Blazers will get the last possession of the quarter, last scoring chance. Let's see if Jeremy Grant can make something happen. Get the Blazers within two. Pass to Henderson. Scoot, drives it in, and makes the dunk. So we're going to end the first quarter with a 33-31 Golden State lead as the Blazers try their best to keep themselves into this game. Now you might be asking, I am playing on semi-pro difficulty. And this is my first game since like 2018, 2017, so, you know, I just like, screw this, I'm not playing a warm-up game, we're going all in, right? Starting the second quarter now. Simons with the ball. Benton with the inside shot. And it's a tied ball game. Blazers have a chance to take the lead here. Ooh, he just ran right past him. Draymond Green scores 35-33. Simons looking to find an open man. Grant with the look and the three, and the Blazers take their first lead of the game, 36-35. But that'd be about it. As the Warriors get a dunk. Brandon Pajemski makes it 48-46, 54-47 now as the Warriors went on a run. Three is good. Back to a 4-point Warriors lead. Curry with the ball now. Guarded by Henderson. Andrew Wiggins scores a three. 63-57 now in the third. And Curry continues to have himself a great game. But he's letting his other teammates get a chance to score. Open three. Look there. And Andrew Wiggins scores 71-61. One of the largest leads of the night for Golden State. Henderson inside makes the play. Now, something I just noticed is Henderson, I think, is hurt, but he's still out there. No, that's Simons, I guess. I don't know if that's a little injury sign or what. Missed 3 for once from Golden State. Shaden Sharp out there. Haven't seen much of him in the highlights, but that's also because I'm trying to figure out the best way to highlight the game. Good play from Scoot. So you're not going to forgive me, you know, there's going to be some growing pains here. But I can just tell you, Curry made a lot of three-pointers. A lot of Golden State made a lot of three-pointers. Good defense from the Blazers. And they're able to make it count. Scoot with another score. 73-67 now with 6.5 minutes to go in the third. Henderson over to the corner. And Ayton with the score. Okay, 73-69 now. You're going to notice, though, that Golden State eventually does run away with this as my defense continues to fail. And there's a good play from Golden State, but they missed, actually. So good defense. He had a lot of open room, but nothing can be done there. Henderson with a jump shot, missed. Not a great look for Scoot. Golden State back with the ball in transition. They miss again. Offensive rebound. Another miss from Golden State. And the Blazers trying to get back in this one. Ayton with a jump shot. That's good. 73-71. Blazers back within 2. Jump shot in the paint is blocked by the Blazers' knee. Blazers could tie it on this possession. Jump shot is no good. And there's a 3 from Steph Curry. So some distance now for Golden State. The Warriors have it in transition. And another 3. Wouldn't you know, right? Alright, the Warriors have created some distance now. 81-73, as you're going to see, they're going to get a good bunch of threes thrown out there. Green with the ball. And wide open look for Steph. 92-79 as we start the fourth quarter. Kajimski with a 3. Himself, 98-79. Largest lead of the night for Golden State. Blazers offense has run cold. Shot clock running down. Layup is good. 100-81. Golden State has come alive at the end of the third and the fourth quarter. $120-95 as we end this game. And it was all Golden State at the end. But you know what? I'm proud of us for staying in it for the majority of it as I figure out how the game of basketball even works. So, Robert Williams finishes the game for Portland and makes it 120-97. And that is your final. Steph Curry, Kajimski, Kuminga had a bunch of dunks. And that's it. Portland drops their home opener to Golden State. But again, we stayed in it. Steph Curry is your player of the game. And now we have what I think people would consider easier matchups against the Pelicans. 2 against them at home. And we'll see what we can do with that. But forgive me, y'all, as I work through this with some growing pains, you know, as I figure out, one, how to best call the game as someone who is visually impaired, does move a little fast, and maybe I even try some games with the broadcast team on, you know, and to see if that's a better experience. We're going to do a lot of experimenting in this series with Stephen Curry, of course, as your player of the game. And then, like I said, next time we take on New Orleans. I say next time, it's literally in a couple of minutes. But first, we will have an injury report to look at. There you guys see it. Shaden Sharp is out with a strained right hip for 4 to 6 weeks. So one of our goals is already in jeopardy. I mean, it's only a month, but that's a big blow. You know, one of our young guys, one of our core players is out for a month, and it's going to make this series a lot more difficult in the early going as I try to figure out the game. But Anthony Simons will end up back in a starting role, and we'll just have to go from there. So let's go from there as we face New Orleans for 2 games. CJ McCollum back at Moda Center. He's been back before, obviously.
And a quarterback who's legitimately pretty good. We're going to want to take this one and given that it's our final.
So let's get this game started. All right. Here we go with game 2. Now, I need you guys to understand something. I have tried to record this for 3 or 4 straight times, and it is not saved, and I don't know why, so that's very frustrating. But anyways, we welcome New Orleans into town. Welcome back CJ McCollum. And now Scoot has to figure things out without his playmaking mate, I guess, in Shaden Sharp, who's out 4 to 6 weeks. So we'll see how the boys do. Simons is no slouch. He'll fit this role fine, but, you know, you want the young kids to play. New Orleans starts with the ball. McCollum throws it out there to Ingram. Ingram looking for a screen, and he gets it. Open 3. Missed. Good job by Portland Trailblazers to get Ingram to miss that 3. Ayton with the ball. Hands it off to his teammate. Henderson. Back to Ayton. Trying to get something on the inside. Layup is good. 2-0 Portland. McCollum now. Ingram with an open jumper. Missed. Ingram has missed his first 2 shots, and New Orleans fails to get on the board just yet. 2-0 Portland. Inside shot is good. 8-4 now as New Orleans finally able to get on the board, and Ingram gets a dunk, an assist from Zion.
Zion Williamson.
8-6 now. Simons looking to get some isolation. Pelicans defense says no. Jumper is still good as Anthony scores 10-8 or 10-6. Portland. Williams. Over to Ayton. And Ayton gets an inside shot off. Portland consistently holding the lead, 12-8 now. Henderson looking for something. Looking for somebody. Ant-Man with the 3. Blazers with their biggest lead of the night so far in the early going. 7-point lead. CJ up the court. New Orleans jumper. And Brandon Ingram with a 3. Another attempt there for Portland, and they miss. 15-13 with about 2 minutes to go. CJ with his first points. 19-18 slim Blazer lead. Williams passes it to Ant and Simons with the 3. That one was a little bit of a tease there. It's like, maybe you get it, maybe you don't. CJ driving up court. So it got somebody out there on the right. And Herbert Jones with some points. Wrapping up the first quarter here. Portland has stayed in control. And there's a good two-shot. I thought it was a three-pointer, but it was not. It's hard to follow along because I have this screen so zoomed in. CJ to end the first with a layup. And we end the first quarter 27-25. Blazers lead. And that's nice. It feels good so far to kind of take care of business in the first quarter at home. But we've got 3 quarters of basketball left to be played. And we move on to the second quarter. Blazers with the 2-point lead. Alright, quarter number 2 coming up. So far, a pretty good game. And the Trailblazers looking to get their first win. New Orleans also looking to get their first win. So we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. Simons with the ball for Portland. And it's a missed 3-pointer. New Orleans with their first possession of the quarter. And they miss as well. So both teams maybe a little bit rusty after the quarter break, but neither one can score. The Pelicans couldn't score off that offensive rebound. Blazers passing the ball around. And there we go. There's a 3-pointer. 30-25. Here we go. Pelicans with the ball, and they get their 3 of their own. Trey Murphy with the 3. Kamara has the ball. Hands it off to Simons. Simons looking to get on the inside. Shot clock running down. 7 seconds to go. There's the shot, and it's good. 32-28. Klingon with the ball. Hands it off to Simons on the inside. There we go. 2 more points. 34-30. 36-30 now. Pelicans can't score off that play. Or Portland can't score off that play. And Grant gets fouled.
Defensive foul.
It's 39-30. 41-36 now as we trudge on in the second. 5 minutes to go till halftime. Simmons with the jumper. Good. Murphy with the ball. Passes it back out on the outside.
Trey Murphy.
Murphy with the 3-pointer. 45-48. 28 seconds left to go. Pelicans have the ball. Ingram. Can't score. I think that was Ingram. And that's stolen by McCollum. Here comes the Pelicans trying to end the half off, and they can't score. And that'll do it for the half. We're at 48-45 to go, and we are at halftime.
Your score, your Trailblazers, 48, the Pelicans, 45.
All right, so a good start to the half. Blazers with the 3-point lead. As they look to get their first win, New Orleans also trying to get their first win as we enter halftime. And looking here at the players who have done the best so far. And there you see, I think that's Simons out there with 20 points and an assist. But it's been kind of a boring game, honestly. And as I was playing this game, that's all I could really think of was, I'm still learning the controls, so not exactly thrilling. And what could also be very helpful is if I have like the box score in front of me as I record, and I kind of forgot to do that. All right, around the league, nothing going on. I mean, there's a few games tonight, but you'd think, we're on the West Coast, so you'd think these games would be over with, but they didn't let us know. So we've got about 9 games so far. Bulls and Bucks at 8 p.m. Eastern. The Knicks, the Cavs, Grizzlies and the Rockets, Suns and Lakers. You'd think some of these games would have started by now, but I guess they don't do that in this video or in this game. Brandon Ingram is your top player for the Pelicans. Portland has about a field goal percentage of 57%. So we're looking to improve as we start the third quarter. Here we go, halfway home with this one. And the Blazers will start off with the ball to start the second half. Simons with a three, missed. Murray misses. I know he actually makes a play. Never mind. Pelicans have the ball once again, 47-50. Passing it around. Murray in the corner. Shoots and makes it for three to tie the game.
For three.
Portland with the ball now. And Ayton lays it up. 52-50. Pelicans bring it out to their end of the court. Pass to CJ. He's gonna get the assist. As Brandon Ingram gets the points with the assist from CJ, and we're back to square. Portland calls a timeout, but then they'll get the ball. Here we go. Simons is gonna throw it out to Ayton. Ayton stuck in the paint there. Throws it back out to Henderson. He's going to pass it to Abia. There's the three jumper. It's good. 55-52. 59-54. Murray all alone for the three, and it's good. Right. So we've got a pretty good lead here, 71-66, with about 30 seconds to go in the third. We start the... Did it do it again? Close game as we start the fourth. And Portland looking to create some distance to get the win.
Murphy.
Point, and we're all squared up at 78 apiece. Portland looking to get their first win of the season. I want to bring it up, I guess, while we wrap up this game, as it's still 78-78. Brandon Ingram gives the Pelicans a lead, but Portland takes it right back as they look to just create some distance. But as far as feedback goes, just things I'm trying to work on in terms of three-pointer, is I want to make sure that I have the box scores in front of me going forward. And I'm giving it a try since next week's video, or well, the next basketball video, it won't be next week, but it's a 4-game week. We are going to try one game at least with the NBA 2K commentary and just see how it goes. 2 minutes left here in the fourth, 95-91. McCollum is hot, but so is Portland. Simons looking for a three. And it's good. Good too. DeJounte Murray, 98-93, Portland, as we wrap up this game. Henderson throws it to Abdia. I'm going to figure this guy's name out. Robert Williams gets the point, 7-point lead for Portland. A minute 20 to go. Murray looking to score and he'll get the assist. 5-point lead now. We're learning as we go. Okay, 48 seconds to go. Portland is close to their first win of the season. And New Orleans is going to foul. Zion fouls him. And we're going to try to run out the clock with 44 seconds to go. Henderson with the ball. Out to Ayton. And DeAndre Ayton scores 102 to 95. Pelicans call a timeout as they look to score 7 with 36 seconds to go. I don't think that can happen, but I guess, I don't know. I don't know basketball, so I could be wrong. Clock winding down. 30 seconds to go, and it's no good. Portland with the ball, and that will do it. Ayton is red hot right now. And that's good. 104 to 95. That's your ball game. It's nice to get a win. First win of the season. And we feel pretty good, although, you know, DeJounte Murray, Trent Murphy had a good game. CJ had a good game. Cannot be upset with the way the Blazers performed. Ayton had a great game. Simons, of course, and Henderson. And the first game without Shaedon Sharpe. And the Blazers are trying to show us, hey, you know what? We're going to win some games. In the final game of this little 3-game set here to start the first week of the 24-25 NBA season. And you're going to see a very similar looking lineup, I guess you could say. It's going to look very, you're going to get deja vu. Here we go, game 3 of the week on Sunday. And then after this, we will look around the league as far as injuries go. And we'll get ready for next week. Here you see the lineups: Henderson, Simons, Avdia, Williams III, and Ayton for Portland. New Orleans, of course, with Murray, McCollum, Ingram, Williamson, and someone else. I didn't even get a chance to look. But this game felt a little bit better as we are going to start off with the basketball as we win the tip-off. And I feel like that's a good sign of things to come. Ayton to Williams III missed. So Portland's first possession of the game. Nothing comes of it. But New Orleans fails to score. So both teams may be trying to shake some rust off. Ayton in the corner with the jumper for 3, and it's good. 5-2 now. Henderson looking to slam dunk it, and he will. Scoot off to a good start, 7-2. New Orleans looking to get on the board, and they will. DeJounte Murray with the layup there. So Pelicans off to a sluggish start, but they're looking to turn it around. 3-point lead. But Anthony Simons, with the shot clock winding down, gets it in for Portland to increase the lead to 5. McCollum trying to drive the ball in. And it's good. CJ with the points to give the Pelicans their first lead of the game. In the corner, making the shot with 5.5 to go in the first. 17-14 as we are 3.5 to go. Shot clock winding down. I feel like this is the best defense that I have played all game. He has nowhere to go, and he couldn't get the shot off in time. So good defense by the Trailblazers. You'll never see that again because I don't know what I did. But Henderson on the inside makes the play. Or sorry, that was Simons. Portland has said, we want to create some distance here with the Pelicans and kick them out of town. 6-point lead as we had reached the 2-minute mark. Portland with the ball again. And Scoot with some points. 24-26. And it's 33-20 as we end the first quarter. If you're New Orleans, how do you recover after that, right? 13-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for Portland, in fact. And we're hoping to capitalize on it. I'm starting to find my footing just a little bit. Commentary's gonna have to, get a little better. Gotta learn the game, I guess you could say. But hey, it feels good to win and to score big and have a good first quarter. Let's see if the Blazers can keep the momentum going. New Orleans starts with the ball. I guess it's not really the corner, but he misses. But Herbert Jones is able to get the offensive rebound and bring it back in. 40-47. We're skipping all the way towards the end of the second quarter. Nothing much has gone on. I mean, just your typical scoring game. See, we never really get below a 5-point lead from this point on, it feels like. And there's a dunk. So in the offense, a lot of work in progress to go. I say we never get below a 5-point lead, and then it's 48-50. Shot clock winding down, and that's a good 3 from Avdia. I know it's at Ayton, actually, in the corner. McCollum having a good game, guarded by Scoot, looking to get the jump shot, and it's good. 50-53 as we near halftime. Let's see if Portland can get a shot off. Avdia with the ball. He is going to throw to Simon. Actually, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Halftime, 55-50 Portland. So, okay, we're giving the Pelicans some room to come back into this one. But I'm feeling pretty good with our performance so far. I'm getting a little bit better on defense. Still going to give up those easy shots there, like dunks and stuff, but that's okay. Third game, and I haven't played NBA in many years, and I don't even really watch basketball. I really only started this season watching with the finals because I enjoyed was it the third game, I think? No, game 1, I guess. Anyways, I've only really been paying attention to NBA this year. I usually do fantasy basketball, but it doesn't really get much of my attention because, the NBA needs to understand that it is impossible to watch basketball unless it's on, like, ESPN. And I don't want to watch the Lakers every time they're on ESPN. So, I just don't bother keeping up with it because it's impossible to watch. Plus, Portland, being the team that I guess you could say, quote-unquote, follow. They're on the West Coast. I'm in the Central Time Zone. I go to bed pretty early, too. There you see our upcoming schedule for the next couple of games. So, Avdia is actually our top player with 15 points. That's crazy. You think Scoot or Simons would be doing something a little bit more, but nope. Third quarter underway. Henderson in the lane, drives it in. 57-62. Shot clock winding down. It's at 7. Williams gets it in with a few seconds to spare. First time we've really seen Portland with the ball, and they miss, and that's why they just can't. Or not Portland, New Orleans. They just cannot make shots. Whereas we can. Anthony Simons gets some more points. This is by Scoot.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
82-66, 35 to go in the third. It is all Portland all day. CJ can have the game of his life.
Javante Green.
And, you know, Javante Green can't too. He's got some highlight reels here, but it's all Portland. 77-87 as we start the fourth. 7 minutes in, or 3 minutes in. Chris Murray getting some action. And he makes a good shot to help Portland build their lead. Not Portland. 89-77. CJ hands it off. Jump shot. Good.
Assisted by Javante Green.
So Javante Green with the assist. 14-point lead for Portland. Trying to get to 100. Jumper is good. Scoot gets us to 100. 111-93 as we finish up this game. This was, like I said, this got to the point where I was trying to put the subs in, like the guys who are never going to play. But as you see, Simons is still in there. I can't figure it out. Our defense, again, another good play. We get the ball back because we knocked them out of bounds. 116-96. Again, not much CJ can do to help his team out this time. A 20-point lead with 6 seconds to go. CJ looking to get the final points. And he will do nothing. He'll just hold on to the ball. So CJ carrying the Pelicans all the way, but not doing enough. And we win 2 out of 3 in this first week of the season. That feels good. The player of the game is Anthony Simons. You can check out some of his highlights. But we also have an injury to look at. Not our guy, Shaden Sharp. We know he's hurt, but what else is going on around the league? Who's hurt? Who's not hurt? We'll have to see. And that's kind of what I'm going to do around the league, you know, at the end of every video, just take a look at, as we get further into the season, take a look at standings, things like that. Take a look at injuries and all that kind of stuff, league news. So I feel like the biggest injury is Zach Edey for Memphis. I think that's Memphis. And he is out 2 to 4 months with a lower right leg stress fracture. So that's tough for Edey. And, I mean, nothing else really much. A couple guys out for about a month or so, a couple months. Of course, Shaden Sharp is out for a couple of weeks. Edwards for Dallas is out 2 to 4 weeks. So that's what's going on around the NBA. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that this is probably a little hard to watch, given that I don't know much about basketball, and I had a hard time doing the commentary, but bear with me as I work out the kinks and try to figure this out. Because I enjoy making this kind of stuff, and I enjoy sports gaming, and it helps me enjoy the sport itself a lot more, and I thought I'd like to try to bring it to YouTube as well. So, if you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We got a 4-game video the next time you see the Blazers on our channel. And with that being said, y'all, take care, and have a great rest of y'all's day.